Hi, Sam. Sophia Soto with the Nerds of Color, and I am so beyond excited to speak with both of you. Thank you so much.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, Sophia.
I'm good. I have to say, I watched 7 episodes and I am addicted, and you both delivered such an amazing performance. And Ben, I've had the songs you sing in your episodes stuck in my head for 24 hours straight.
Yes, that is my goal. That was my hope of hopes.
I loved it. So, first off, one of my favorite aspects was the different perspectives with the different genres. It was so fun to switch it up. I want to ask you both, if a movie was made about your life, which lens would you want it told through?
Like what genre, kind of?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think, Sammy?
Hmm.
I would want it to be like I feel like my life is kind of like a dramedy leaning harder on comedy. Like leaning harder. I think that's what it'd be. We're like going to therapy, trying to learn how to be, everybody's trying to be good people, but then also like doing silly bits with Sam on the side and fart jokes for no reason. Like I would love the wackiness. I would love the wackiness of like a Dumb and Dumber, but also with the being grounded in like, loving my family and my friends and trying to make people happy.
Yeah. I say mine would be like Forrest Gump. It was like a bunch of big events happening and some of them aren't true.
Love it. Love it. And one of my other favorite aspects was the friendship between your characters. Talk about that dynamic. It was such a beautiful part of the show.
I think, well, Joey, you know what? It was real life also, because we didn't really know each other very well before we started this project, but like we became such fast friends and such like true friends that like it was so easy to just kind of like switch into that mode on camera because it was the same off. And Ben is such a brilliant and generous and funny energy to play off of that it was easy and fun and rewarding to get to do it.
It was so fun. I've watched Sam in a billion things beforehand, and he comes from an improv background. So we had a shorthand out of a meeting and always wanted to work with him. And it was immediately easy. Like it was very funny, but it was just easy also. And we kind of had each other's backs and were there. So it was great. And then truly became friends, after the cameras rolled, talk about real life stuff. And it was exactly what, when you're a kid, you think about like, ooh, maybe acting would be like this. And it was just like that for this one.
A murder mystery project has to be so much fun. But when you get that, project, when you get what it's about, are you secretly hoping that you are a suspect, the murderer, or the one solving the mystery? What are you hoping for?
What a question. What are you secretly
great
hoping?
Question.
So like before we learned anything about anything, who did you wish you were? Yeah. Oh, what a great question. I have an answer, Sam.
Yeah.
I would want to either be the detective and try to figure it out, because I think that would be so fun. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or if I could ever be the murderer, that would be really fun too. Because
that'd be fun.
Then you could I'm assuming that person could layer stuff in throughout. That would be fun to think about. I feel like if that was it, then you get to really think about scenes in a whole different way and how you plant things. I think that'd be cool.
I think both those answers I agree with. I think it'd be fun to be the murderer because then seeing what you can get away with hiding in plain sight,
Yeah.
And then also just to get to pick up the breadcrumbs and try and piece things together as a detective. Fun. I'm a big Murder, She Wrote and I love a detective story and I love a mystery. Big Encyclopedia Brown fan.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Love that. Thank you so much again for taking the time. And
thank you so much. You're so kind. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh. No, thank you for both being so kind and such a fun interview. Thank you.
Thanks, Sophia.
Have a great rest of your day. Bye.
You too. So good to see you.
Thank you. Hi, Zoe. Hi, Ike. Huge fan of you both. Thank you so much for taking the time. And huge congrats on the series. It's fantastic.
Thank you so much. That's so nice.
Of course. And first off, one of the aspects that really drew me was how the different perspectives for each character match with a specific genre. I especially love the two genres for you guys. I thought they were so well done. But if there was a movie made about your life, what lens or genre would you want it done through?
Zoe, you go first.
Okay. I landed on Wes Anderson movie. you know, lots of color, quirk, surprising, great music.
I love it.
And like mine is like these days it's like just any movie where it's like Cheaper by the Dozen or like Problem Child, any movie where just like the parents are just like stepping on Legos and like, you know, threatening to withhold dessert.
Love it. And the murder mystery is so fun for me to watch as a viewer. I'm always trying to put the puzzle pieces together. I can only imagine how fun it is for you guys to jump in as actors. But when you originally get that project without reading the script, are you secretly hoping that your character is the suspect, the murderer, or the one solving the mystery? Which do you want to play?
That's a great question. Without giving anything away.
Yes. Without you didn't read the scripts at this point.
If I didn't read the
what
script,
did you want?
if I didn't read the script for like this or that type of movie, you know, I don't know. I mean, part of me would love to be the person trying to solve it.
Yeah.
That just seems like very fun. I never really got to do that. So I'll say that.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Like I grew up reading mysteries, like Agatha Christie, Nancy Drew. I've been reading Raymond Chandler recently, and the detective is always so compelling.
Yeah.
So I would love to play a detective one day.
Yeah, I used to love Columbo when I was a kid. I would watch reruns of Columbo, and I just love watching him figure it out.
The wheels spinning.
Yeah. One more thing.
Yeah. I feel like that's closest to the audience too. So you kind of all led us into our next question, because obviously, myself included, audience members are going to be trying to put the puzzle pieces together. That's very difficult with all these perspectives. What should they be paying attention to the most to try to get the answer?
Good question.
Good questions.
Thank you.
I mean, I will say this. Is Chris Miller, who created the show and directed everything, he has been sitting with this story for many, many, many years. Yeah. And I had read it and I was on set doing it, and there were still little things that were happening that I was like, wait, what's this? And he would explain to me like, oh, this little Easter egg we're doing, blah, 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 blah. And so he has put stuff in weird places, and there's little tiny clues everywhere. And he's got that little crossword puzzle mind where if you do kind of look for that little small details, I'm excited to go back and watch it again and try to find every little thing I can. The thing is, though, here's the problem with the show. You're going to be laughing so hard at what these crazy people are doing that you're not going to focus on that stuff. So you have to watch the show multiple times.
Yes.
As we say in the business, keep streaming.
Yeah. Listen, I have to be very real with you. I binged it all myself yesterday, but I know my entire family is going to want to re-binge watch it. So I'm ready for that rewatch.
You're with them. Yes.
So I'm ready to go for all the Easter eggs.
That is great news for Ike. I feel like Ike tucks all three of his girls in, and as he's tucking them in, he's like, I love you. Keep streaming.
I got you guys. Don't worry. My whole family will be making it a TV show now.
Yes. Thank you.
Great.
And lastly, I want to ask you both to create a tagline for your characters, a phrase to describe them.
Oh, that's great. They try to take away his family. And even though his family wanted that, this time it's personal.
The fact that you voice too.
It's an action movie. It's an action movie, so it's very easy to do like a,
I guess, oh God, how do I follow that up? Oh no, I'm so bad at this. Is it him? Is it him? Is it him? It's me.
You both killed it. Thank you both so much.
Thank you so much. This was so nice.
Thank you, Sophia.
So nice talking to you.
So nice. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Hi, Ilana. Hi, my Jamie, Sophia Soto with the Nerds of Color, and huge fan of you both, and huge congrats on the series. It's fantastic.
Thanks.
Oh, thanks so much, Sophia.
So nice to be talking to you.
So nice to be talking to you. And one of the things I really loved about the series was the different perspectives matching with the genres. It was such a fun watch. So I want to twist that question a little bit. If there was a movie made about your life, what lens would you want it told through?
Ooh, that's a great question. The what would we want it told through versus what is it? Yeah. What would I want it? I think in my wildest dreams, I would want it to be told through something like Ike's. I love the idea of being a kind of, I would love to make like, to put my life to be like that, of an action hero kind of sports star, like a kind of spy football player kind of thing. Like, so yeah, you know, that's a great opportunity to fantasize. Thank you.
That is so funny. I love that. Also, like mundane things being told through that lens is really funny. I guess, I mean, the first thing that came to mind was like sort of a When Harry Met Sally rom-com style.
Yes.
Like small, but also big, and just like, yeah, like that.
Perfect. I love the whole murder mystery thing, and doing a project like that, I have to imagine has to be fun for you guys as actors. When you get that script and when you get that like sort of plot, are you hoping your character is the suspect, the murderer, or the one solving the mystery? What is like the most fun for you guys?
Ooh. You know, I'm gonna say that I think that I can't say any of those three. I think ultimately, with the script being what it was and how good it was and how funny it was, and being made by who it was, i.e. Chris Miller and his team and Lauder Miller and the cast, I would genuinely be happy to be a doorstop in the show. I don't need to be prescriptive, but yeah, sorry to not directly answer that, but I think that's where I stand.
Listen, I would have loved to be a fly on the wall in this and filming this. Obviously, fans are going to be trying to put the pieces together with this sort of show. What should they be paying attention to? Were you guys told like the whole plot, or were you reading the script trying to guess your own storylines and who the murderer was?
We got all the scripts ahead of time, which is good because I would not have known. There are so many Easter eggs visually on the set of this show. Chris is just a master at puzzles and also just intricate storytelling. And there's a lot of Easter eggs that he would point out to us while we were shooting that we ourselves didn't see or know in person. Even when he would point them out, he'd be like, "What do you see?" And we'd all be like, I mean, it was intricate. So people have, I think the storylines themselves, you really don't know who it is until the end. But then also there's plenty of hints and Easter eggs along the way to catch.
Yeah, definitely. And I have to say, this cast, you both included, is just unreal, amazing, really unreal. I can only imagine how fun that set was, though. So do you guys have a favorite memory from filming that sort of sticks out to you? I imagine every day was a fun time, but is there anything that sticks out?
I think that generally my best memories from the shoot are just when it was all of us together, like between takes, and like, you know, people just taking turns to kind of like tell a story or like their favorite joke, or because we all come from a comedy writing and performing background, and so it's like, you know, like I you know, personally come from across the ocean, so you know, it was so amazing to be sat with this group of people who I've been watching on TV for years and admiring and worshiping, and like hearing that we have kind of not similar memories, but really relatable memories and like similar stories from the work we've done. It was like deeply like spiritually satisfying. It was amazing.
I loved when we were just meeting out at the like snack area. It was it felt like we were truly kids, and it was just such an inclusive group. Like we all felt held, and it was just so easy to go deep real quick with each other. And we were just like so playful. It was hysterical.
Yeah, and that's totally inclusive of the creator Chris Miller and his team as well, and Phil Lord and Anthony. And it was really, really, yeah, it was something.
I couldn't believe how much Chris could actually hang too. He was so in charge of so much. It was such a big show. There were so many moving parts. And he really was out there eating sandwiches with us, chilling and playing, just popping it off and just rapping or whatever, chopping it up. It was, it was so impressive.
I love that. Well, huge congrats to you both. I can't wait to see everyone's reaction to it. And thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today.
Thanks, Sophia.
Thank you so much. Lovely to talk to you.
Talk soon. Bye.